In the early days of television, superheroes dominated the airwaves, but almost always as men. From the 1950s adventures of Superman to the campy 1960s Batman series, the genre featured male leads leaping into action. Women appeared mostly as sidekicks, love interests, or short-term guests. Batgirl joined Batman in its third season, adding some flair, but she remained secondary to the main duo. True female-led superhero series with starring roles, they simply didn't exist before the mid-1970s. A key turning point came in 1974 with the made-for-television movie Wonder Woman starring Kathy Lee Crosby. While it didn't lead to a full series and took liberties with the classic character, no powers, no iconic costume, it tested the waters for a female superhero lead on prime television. Then in November 1975, ABC aired the successful pilot the new original Wonder Woman starring Linda Carter. This version captured the essence of the comic book icon, complete with super strength, bullet deflecting bracelets, and the lasso of truth, and broke significant barriers as one of the first ongoing female led superhero series on television. Its strong ratings and cultural impact proved audiences were ready for powerful women front and center in action adventure format. Just 2 years later, in January 1976, the Bionic Woman premiered, building on that momentum, starring Lindsay Wagner as Jaime Sommers. The show introduced a woman who could outrun cars, leap incredible distances, and hear whispers from afar. For the first time in this wave of female-led action, a sci-fi cyborg heroine stood alone as the central figure of a weekly primetime series. Tuning in meant watching someone extraordinary yet relatable balancing covert government missions with a quiet life as a school teacher.
Boy, this brought a spooky you know.
I'll make you a deal. I won't call you a service brat, and you don't call me a broad.
It brought fresh energy to sci-fi action television. Created by Kenneth Johnson as a spin-off from The $6 Million Man, The Bionic Woman followed Jaime Sommers, a former professional tennis player turned reluctant secret agent for the Office of Scientific Intelligence, or as we call it, OSI. After a devastating skydiving accident, she is rebuilt with advanced cybernetic enhancements, superhuman strength in her right arm and both legs, plus bionic hearing in her right ear. These upgrades allow her to take on high-risk assignments while trying to maintain a normal existence teaching in California. The series blended thrilling espionage, inventive gadgetry, and character-driven stories. It ran for 3 seasons, 1976 to 1978, moving from ABC to NBC and became known for its lighter tone compared to its parent show, focusing more on clever problem solving and everyday applications of her abilities than on heavy violence. Lindsay Wagner portrayed Jaime with a grounded, wry charm that made the extraordinary feel approachable. As Wagner noted in reflections on her role, the show aimed to illustrate how strength and sensitivity could coexist in the same person. With that said, let's explore some memorable episodes that highlight the show's mix of action, suspense, and personal stakes. In the premiere arc, Jaime adjusts to her new reality after the accident and surgeries, facing physical challenges, memory issues, and the decision to join the OSI. She proved her capability while rebuilding her life. The iconic Kill Oscar crossover trilogy pits Jaime against a rogue scientist army of lifelike female androids, the Fembots, designed to impersonate and replace OSI personnel. Jaime battled these mechanical duplicates in high-stake confrontations, ultimately prevailing through resourcefulness and teamwork with Steve Austin. The story explores deception, trust, and the contrast between programmed machines and genuine human resolve. Season 3's Fembots in Las Vegas revisits the concept with an upgraded Fembot force threatening national security during what was meant to be a relaxing trip. Jaime uncovers the scheme amid the glitz of Vegas, using her bionics and quick thinking to stop the plot. Now, one of the most intense personal stories is the 2-part Deadly Ringer in Season 2, where Jaime is kidnapped, drugged, and surgically replaced by a criminal lookalike who assumes her identity. Trapped and fighting to reclaim her life, Jaime relies on inner strength, resourcefulness, and her connections to those who recognize the real her. This episode delves into themes of identity theft, autonomy, and the fear of being erased. Across these adventures and many more, Jaime often relies on empathy, intellect, and moral choices rather than brute force alone. Her pocket bionics everyday uses like opening jars or eavesdropping subtlety adds humor and relatability, grounding the sci-fi in the ordinary. The series' high balanced stakes mission and quieter moments of Jaime's dual life, secret agent by necessity, teacher, and friend by choice, touched on questions of humanity versus technology, how enhancements change a person, yet core traits like compassion and restraint remain defining. Jamie's relationship with Steve Austin and her OSI handler Oscar Goldman and her students added emotional layers, showing her as someone who values connections amid extraordinary circumstances. 50 years later, The Bionic Woman remains a cult favorite. Its blend of action, adventure, character depth, and inventive storytelling influenced later sci-fi series. Jaime Sommers helped expand what leading heroes could look like in the genre, capable, complex, and human, and most importantly, human at the core. The show quietly demonstrated that true strength often lies in balance, power tempered by wisdom, action guided by heart. Following closely on the heels of Wonder Woman's breakthrough, The Bionic Woman leaped forward and left a lasting mark in the evolving landscape of television heroes. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this throwback at a 70s classic, like, share, hype, and subscribe for more video essays on pop culture history and reviews. What show from the past should I explore next? Drop your suggestions in the comments below.